I refuse
They've
to
been
answer
sending
what
me those applications since I was 40, yo.
bro. I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I may incriminate myself.
Let me ask y'all guys.
I think I told somebody I was
Bro,
40 last week,
hey, I'm 50.
so I can't.
I'm about
I
to be
can't answer that
57, bro.
Let me ask you guys a question. And we all
again.
been around. We've been around this. We've been around this ring a couple times, and we lost a lot of good brothers who are not going to see a lot of things happen in the next couple years, even the 50th anniversary. Did you think that you would see year 50 coming up next year, that we will be around, or this will be around?
Thank God that we are. Or hopefully we'll be. I can't predict the future, but we made it this far. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats, man, when you get to our age, it's like, that's a blessing. So, you know, just to be around is a phenomenal thing. But to be honest, I was hoping I'd be around. You know, I wasn't one of those, you know, trying to be a statistic, dying at fucking 30 and 25 because I'm gangbanging, but got shot at, clapped back a little bit, still here though.
Yeah. Hey,
you know,
hey, we're lucky. I mean,
yeah,
that same shit with me. And you know, the one thing about hip hop that people have to understand is that you can say it's played out, but the moment a shorty sees it, they get hyped and it's born all over again.
yeah.
Yes,
You know?
yes, 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 yes.
And then they want to put their thumbprint on it and want to make their own style. That's why for me, I don't get mad at the new styles of rap and trap or whatever, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, that's their childhoods. I'm not trying to mess with them. You know, we already had enough of a hard time, and you know, I think if things go in cycles, you'll have your conscious rap come back again. There are some dope conscious raps out there, especially the sister Rock out there in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Rock is dope, man.
Daughter?
And so her man is actually a b-boy that was in Rocksteady, Soul Messiah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's her husband.
Well, what?
Yeah.
And it's sad that she don't get to play, just like Rhapsody and Philly don't get to play because they not doing what the other girls doing. Like, this dude sent me a artist the other day. I thought he was sending me the girl for Straight Stunting magazine because, you know, I'm running the magazine then. You know, and I said, he said, she's an artist. I said, okay, is she an aspiring model or she's an artist? He said, both. I said, where's the artist pictures? He said, oh, the one in the gold thongs. I'm like, huh?
No.
To me. No.
Like a juggler. Sometimes it makes you wonder. Shit.
The females out there couldn't even do what these girls doing today.
Heck no.
We all wild out though. We had our time. You know what I mean?
Great times.
Our shit was cutting edge for its time. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Hold on. Think about this. MCs were frowned upon when they said a curse word in their rap back in the days. that was just like, I've seen people get booed for that. You know, I mean, I mean,
that's why we didn't do it.
We didn't curse. We didn't feel the need to.
That's why we didn't do it.
In fact, it wasn't until
people frown.
It wasn't until I linked up with Ice where he was like, "Yo, cursing," because I was doing a lot of how shall I say it? I was performing in a lot of churches, and he was like, "How do you do that?" And I was like, yeah, well, you know. But then he was like, when it came to the cursing, he was like, it's just like a part in the movie. That's not you, but that's just the part you're playing. So don't let these people have you thinking that just because you cussing and something that it's supposed to be such a demeanor or whatever. When you see all these damn movies out here where they killing cops, where they blowing people up, sawing them up, cutting them up, but that's good. But oh God, say a curse.
Hey, Van, you didn't answer my question. What crew were you in? Were you in a crew?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Show World. I worked with Richard Bastiano and Richard DiBonato.
Yo, when you said Show World, I was like, girls.
I was messing with AJ. When I was messing with AJ, I was the manager for Show World. My boss was D Bonato and Bati.
Okay.
Show World. There you go.
Shout out to Peter Guns.
Hey, yo, you know, yeah, definitely. I gotta, you know, the funny thing, like, again, back to that subject is, you know, a lot of those people who are out there trying to make a claim or whatever, they need to understand that they have to submit when they have to correct themselves. Even I posted a flyer and I read the wrong date because there was a bunch of dates there. And I put the wrong date on there. I put the wrong date on there and Shah-Rock corrected me. And, you know, I left it up there like, yo, word, thank you. I appreciate that. And I fixed it. I didn't take out that she corrected me. I let that stand, you know, because we all need to be checked.
Yeah.
Look, everyone acts like they're so absolute, and come on, let's face it, some motherfuckers are losing their minds, can't remember shit anyway. We weren't taking notes back then, so our shit's gonna be foggy. And then the thing that kills me the most, and Van, I think you were there that day that Curtis Blow had everyone sitting up there in City Island, and all the old school dudes were there. And again,
I wasn't at that one.
I was there.
I'm so mad because Curtis could never get that stuff out, and a lot of brothers in that video from PTJ Jones, a lot of them are not even here no more.
But the problem is that as a person who didn't know everyone but followed who I followed, and me being the youngest person in the room, I was really disappointed because no one had enough respect for each other to say at least, or preface by saying like, as I remember it, I could be wrong, or I wasn't everywhere, so, but this is how I remember it. And because they couldn't do that, it went nowhere. There were arguments. And to me, at the end of the day, if you have like, you know, your Mount Rushmore of each element, that starts to even spread the love even more, you know? And there needs to be ways of, because look, in 200 years, no one's going to give a shit about 73 or 81. It's going to be about an era, you know? Yeah. And we need to recognize everyone who held it down in our era, or whatever era they came from. But they also have to understand that we don't have to embellish shit just to make them look like they did more than what they did. Like, I was on stage once, and these motherfuckers were trying to check me. I know they were mumbling in the audience several years back, and I knew some B-boys out there that were, like, trying to talk shit. So I got up on stage, and I was like, check this out. You guys are trying to say I wasn't here or there, and let's make believe we removed the 70s for a second. And I just said it straight. Your motherfuckers still can't fuck up my resume.
There you go.
At the end of the day, you put in a lot of work, man. And at the end of the day, my alumni from my age bracket and brothers that you was talking about, it was in City Island and the thing that Kurt was trying to put together, a lot of them are angry.
Yes.
I mean, I talked to Eddie Cheever today because I need him to do something, but you know what the problem is? I always try to be the spokesman for our generation because I was never an artist. I always was a fair person and a fair understanding. You know, like if I dealt with one group, and if Rubie had an issue with Kevin with Waterbag, I don't go back to Waterbag. Well, Rubie said this, or if Kev said no, I don't do that. And see, the problem is we didn't miss the boat because you're historically going to be set in stone. You can't have both. Walt Frazier and Earl Monroe earned $350,000 a year back in '75. You got plays in the NBA today that get that in one game.
Oh yeah,
it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah. And it's okay. The thing is, like, because some of them have legit reasons for getting off the bus. Some had to raise families. Some had to, you know, go to school. Some did some biz, but whatever. That's another story. But at the end of the day, life happened, man. And if you have to step away, you stepped away. But don't be mad at us. You know, I had people come up to me who have never read the art interviews that I've been in, and these are old school heads, are like pioneer dudes that before me, and they're, yo, man, you don't talk about us. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, you don't read. Like, I talk like, you know, a lot of dudes who came before me do not understand how much I value being the shorty in the audience, watching them get down. that shit is so important to me. Like I always tell Kaz, like I remember Coldcrush Brothers when it was T-Bone, Teddy Ted, Little Black, Cisco Kid. You know, I remember it before what everybody knows it to be. Yeah. And I'm not going to change the fact that I talk about that because of who made it famous. Technically, I saw those dudes, and that's what got me listening to rap. You know, that's what got me going to jams. But Kaz and them are the ones who did it.
Well, you know what? Again, if you gave up in 1981 or 82 and didn't dance for 15 years and you want to come 15 years later acting like you've been doing the shit for the last... No, you can't do that shit.
Nah.
You won't fit in.
See, a lot of them that had records. Rubie went on. Rubie left and went to the service.
So did I.
Whip still worked.
I went to the Navy.
But the whole point...
He left before I did.
I went to the streets.
You got a lot of walking around right now that ain't had a record since 82 and act like the world's supposed to know who they are. If your record didn't make a raw bass, it takes two or Lottie Dottie or Rappers Delight. Listen.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. But you got something like, yo, man, I'm going to the studio to make a record. I'm like, who you making a record for? You don't have...
Hey, listen, you know what I like? I like when someone comes and says, and I read the post. I just don't chime in on a bunch of stuff. And they'll say things like, I've been DJing since 1973. They'll say something like that. Right? And then I think of myself, how old was I in 1973? So...
15.
What were you like in diapers doing this? Like the strollers? I don't understand. You weren't.
Hey, you know,
I was on the mic. I remember I used to be an MC back in 1974. I said, really? But I'm 8 years older than you. How old were you then? You know.
Well, I was 5, but my mom's let me hang out a little bit, you know.
Like, what the fuck? You know.
I was the one that was breastfeeding at the jam.
Well, those are the ones that get. I'll be like, wow.
Hey, you know, here's the thing. Hey, it boils down to this. You know, when it comes to us Latinos, we weren't the primary group or in terms of numbers, but enough was done to not be forgotten.
Yeah,
you know,
pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I like to shout out Darlene Lewis. She written a couple books, and it was funny how girls were able to get into Club 371, and some guy to be older we couldn't get in. And I figured it out years later. The older guy was liking the 17 and 18-year-old, but they wouldn't let us 18 and 19-year-old in because they wanted what we could get easier. I'm like, oh, snap, that's the OG game.
Yeah, I remember 371 Club. We used to get up in there. They didn't like us in there because we had sneakers and sweats and whatnot.
They like us in there.
Hey, yo, man,
Shirts and ties.
Listen, I remember one night I went to Pete Jones' spot because the fever was so crowded. I said, I'm going to go to P&P, and I had on shoes and everything, and they looked at me like, nah, man, go back to Disco Fever. This was like 82 or 83. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm like 22 years old. What? 23, 24?
Yo.
They gave us guys a hard time. No matter what you put on.
Yeah, you guys are talking that old. You guys are talking that old people talk because I'm not old enough to know all that stuff right now.
Let's go to Peace Lounge.
I don't know about the 371.
He has strippers in his club.
Oh, yeah.
You old guys, man.
It's a thing that, and shout out to Africa Islam. He's on his way to New York.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he's gonna be here for a few years.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
And I like to shout out coming up September 10th for Coney Island. I think
Grandwizzard,
the Fearless Four, and I know Emcee and Peso,
right?
Silver Fox, and a few of them doing a show out to Coney Island September 10th.
Silver Fox, remember him?
But it seemed like there's a lot of great things going on. I seen Flavor Flav on the stage with Nas dancing. I think that was the Wu-Tang show. With,
I saw that
with Busta Rhymes. And all I want is for us to get together in our generation and show people that we may not have to be the performers, but we have the knowledge that when you want to have a circle, talk to us. Because if us four wasn't here, could you imagine the stories they'll be telling?
Anything they want to say?
Because the more you lose, the better it is for them. I came up underneath AJ and Love Bug Starsky. That was my passing to this game.
Yeah.
And I was older than Love Bug. He used to tell me when
hey, wait,
Love Bug
somebody
of Johnson barbecue chicken. AJ like, yo, man, just go get it. Go get him his ribs, man. Like, damn. I'm older than this dude. Yo, you want to be in hip hop? You want to do parties? Yo, just go get Kevin's food.
You want to go crazy? I just had a conversation with somebody, and we were talking about MC Rubie D. You don't know that I'm Rubie D. And he's saying, I don't know why Rubie D used to say he was a Puerto Rican. He said, because he was Jamaican. And I was like, wow, I've been called a lot of stuff.
You Jamaican?
Recently. And I was like, really? I'm like, wow, stuff.
Bombaras.
Oh man!
Hey, you know,
and then my son.
I wish we could all get together and just have a good.
When we were doing that, when that happened to me, my son come around the corner. And you know, my son, I call him Little Rubie D. So I called him Little Rubie D, and the guy looked at me and said, "Wow." I said, "You're him, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Wow."
Hey, I wish, like, I just want, like, in that, a lot of times I don't go to the old school jams because I'm not trying to be caught up in the beefs and the arguings of who was first. You know, just tell,
what you doing over there?
it's like, just tell us your story from your perspective. Let us digest that. Don't come across as you absolute. Let's have a good fucking time. If you're having a bad day, whatever, we'll have free weed there. You know what I mean? We'll fix the situation somehow. I just wish there could be like some peaceful shit and everyone, like, honestly, like a dope ass retreat, you know, would be nice. That would be dope.
But you know what's so funny?
Nice.
Legs.
Huh?
And I hate to say this, and a lot of people are like, yo, Van, you always knocking the brothers down in the Bronx. No, I'm not knocking you down. Some of y'all look like Fred Sanford and Grady. Like, come on, clean your shit up.
Yeah.
You walk around here like you're 9 months pregnant. You got. If you was fly back in the day, why you can't be fly now? If Otis Williams from The Temptation and Ronald Isley, who are pushing 80, look better, dress better than you, what part of the game that you think somebody want to talk to? And see, when Swiss Beats said, "Oh, I want to help some of the pioneers," because they was looking at certain characters, man. I'm never going to come out looking like come on, man. You know what I'm talking about, Legs. You know what I'm talking about, Whip. You know what I'm talking about.
People need to stop that shit, though. Because, for one, we ain't touring like them.
Huh?
I ain't touring like Ron Isley.
No. I'm not saying no. What I'm trying to say, we got some that look like what it takes for you to shake the shit up.
Right.
Yeah, motherfuckers are raggedy.
Hey, what the fuck you gonna do? Depends on what your paper look like.
Just like little dignity, like some self-dignity. Yo, like,
I'm gonna tell you some things that I hear. And I know you ain't coming out Whip looking crazy. I know Ruben ain't. I know Legs definitely ain't. But I'm going to tell you some things that I hear. Certain artists that might be in the next level after our generation.
Uh-huh.
And if we had an old school show and they want to put certain, they say they don't want to do them because they don't want to get caught into that generation. And I heard this from certain people. They say they rather pass on the money. Or they, and it ain't, you know if you're keeping your shit right. But some of them that, listen, they say, man, you too hard. If you want to represent the pioneers and legends, then represent. You ain't got to have one, no Gucci sneakers or nothing. You can go and get yourself a nice pair of jeans and some white sneakers and boom, and look nice and decent. Some coming out, you know, gray all over the place and got gray eyebrows. Like, what the, come on, man.
I ain't got no gray. I got dust. I got some dust, you know.
And then they get mad at me, like, yo. All I'm trying to tell you, the reason why certain people don't want to associate themselves with us, because some of y'all be looking like, come on, represent the culture right, man.
And I think I think just to be fair, like, I know there's just a lot of people who have fucked up situations in their lives. Dudes who are like,
hey, yo, if they smoking Newports and drinking Henny, your situation ain't fucked.
No, I hear you. You know, some people have addictions or just shit that was like their childhood trauma or traumas in their lives that they can't. Listen, they've never dealt with. They can't get past it.
I'm talking about the artist who was and was before. I'm not trying to hear no excuse. If I could see you in the City Island eating crab legs and all that shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that excuse from me.
Yeah, no. I'm not even talking about them. Nah, I mean, I'm talking about there's certain ones who are shit, man. You know, if we all had it, we'd probably look out for them in a heartbeat. You know, all of them. Yep. But I'll jump off because my lady's about to go to bed.
L. Leg, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, like I did the other day. I called Crazy Leg. He said, I'm real busy right now.
I was.
He said, what's up? I said, nothing important. He said, what? With a question mark. I said, yo, it's not life threatening.
Yeah, I had, you know what it is? I had hip hop overload last week, and I was like, oh man, I need to. I just chilled with my girl.
Yo, Crazy Leg already knew why I was calling it there. He probably talked to Shot Rock. Shit.
I love Shot Rock. That's the girl right there.
That's my girl, man. She definitely gonna bust my ass every day.
You guys, you have a good night, all right, fellas?
Yo, peace and
love. All right, Bobby.
Crazy Legs.
Hey, Bobby.
Been with us. Our two brothers from Grandwizzard Theodore the Fantastic 5, Rubie D and Whip.
What?
Let me see who's out here. Let me see who's out here.
I'm making me some. I'm cooking up some maduro, a couple of steaks.
I told you.
Deep, but I'm on the stove, baby.
Baby, that's it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm on the stove, baby.
I could have sworn Peter Guns was here, but I think he might have left.
New York City got crazy.
Peter Guns, if you still around, hit me up. But I think we're going to let somebody come in and ask y'all a question.
Mr. Will I Am, what's up? You got the Black Eyed Peas on deck? Huh? What?
Yeah. Bring him on.
You said Will I Am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
If this is him, it's right. They said he joined.
He was just there.
Is that him?
We the Fantastic Five, pleasing all the ladies. That's right. Give me the routine.
Yeah.
Mr.Schick, Lupa Seguro. I never met Schick before until I met him in New York. Fucking great, humble guy, man. I love that guy, man. And I've only known him like a day. But his heart,
yes,
is in the right place.
He has a good heart. Yeah.
He has a beautiful heart.
All you have to do is talk to him for 30.
So they can say hi. Hi. Let me see who this is.
Hey, who is that?
Hi. Who's this? Oh, somebody being a girl now?
Onto the request line.
There's a lot of people on here. I'm just trying to figure out who's going to come in. Okay, I'm going to take a shot. Hope this don't bite us in our ass.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Because you never know what's out here. How many Ruben D? You got a Ruben D out here? Somebody's imitating you?
The Bronx City Councilman. That's Ruben Diaz, right?
Oh, is it Ruben Diaz? Is it my cousin?
Is that your cousin?
Ruben Diaz? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cousin. Put him on.
Oh, let me go back. Oh, tell him to make a request. It makes it easier instead of me scrolling.
He hear you, Ruben.
Ay, Dios mío.
Okay, I think somebody else is coming in.
Uh-oh. DJ, please.
So everybody, this is VANSILK, Not in My House. You can look up Not in My House on YouTube. I have over 780 videos talking about hip-hop, everything else. I got two of the greatest MCs, the first two Hispanic MCs ever in the culture of hip-hop. The people are like, well, what about rapping? People was rapping. And listen, we said hip-hop. You don't need to stop that, okay? Stop trying to change the narratives of what we did. Because it's very disrespectful.
We need to figure out a way. So I want to
people want to challenge
a way
you.
We can get together and knock out a.
People want to challenge you into what we do. And I ain't gonna let nobody challenge us. You're not gonna tell us what we didn't do or what we didn't do, or it's the drums from Africa and this and that. Listen, man, it's the DJ scratching with the break beats and the MCs on the mic. Okay? So whip a whip, what you been doing lately?
I'm just a worker, man. But I'm finally tired of hearing all this. All this shit gave me crazy ideas. I got so much footage from all over the world, from all over the country, with all of my peoples and all my friends, that I think Whip's gonna put out a little documentary instead of a book, because I got too much shit to say, and I'm tired of listening to the bullshit. There's enough money for everybody to eat. If everybody took this energy and put that shit towards, hey, let's build, we can all eat well.
Table, yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? But yet everybody's on my. I think people
Everybody want to be the head of the table.
They're still afraid of what? I don't know. But we're gonna continue on with music, because that's been my life since day one. We're gonna continue on being the family man that he is. You know what I'm saying?
Who's Joshua?
Your man first. And with Dancehall wants to get together with VANSILK, and we need to collab on something. We need to collab on, like, you hit me when you said we needed like a retreat. Because not only do I have the spot for a retreat, but that would be a fantastic time that we could sit down, round table, build, at the same time lounge, chill, laugh, and eat. And record.
And I'm going to bring Walt back, because he's been there, and he's a young brother that's in the Bay Area who's got his hands.
Yeah.
And he need to bring your brothers up to the Bay Area, because the Bay Area needs to get some of that hip hop.
I've never been up to the Bay Area.
No.
LA. That's the extent. And Seattle. You're back.
I'm back. Been listening, tuning in. getting the knowledge, soaking it up all.
We have to bring you back, baby.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'm like the fly on the wall.
Word up. I know. You want to go outside?